Everybody, welcome back. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday, right? Every time I say whatever day it is, I always have to go, it is that day, isn't it? But I am 99% sure that I'm correct. It is Wednesday. And I am Kelly Alexa. We are back. Last time, the reason I'm saying we're back is the last time I did a Facebook Live, unbeknownst to me at the time, I was having some serious internet issues in our house, and it was on a Monday. And that was the beginning. We were having some serious, just that whole week, Spectrum internet was just, we started deteriorating, and it just got slower and slower and slower and slower. And you guys, by I don't even know what day it was, by Wednesday or Thursday, um, and if you watch the last Facebook Live that we did, it'll be below this one. There was actually, do y'all remember what buffering was? I remember I watched the replay of my video and it looked like I was watching myself through beer goggles. It was just awkward. So, anyway, hopefully today we are normal. Hopefully you are not watching me and it doesn't look pixelated. It doesn't look like AOL dial up. I believe our internet is normal today. So we'll see. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about, so I'm back. I also will just say, as an aside, I am back and feeling good. I have published my first cookbook. My keto cookbook is live. So for those of you that have been following me for a while, you might have noticed that I have been a little absent, been a little distracted, but the cookbook is live. Very excited about that. So yeah, I've been very, very busy. Also, like I said, last week we had some major, major internet outages, but we are back. And today we are talking about actually a topic that I am very, feels a little funny to say passionate about, but the truth is, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've actually talked about this topic with regards to health and wellness quite a lot over the past, and that is magnesium. And we do have a sponsor for today's video, and that is our friends at Healthy Origins. So this is actually, if you can see, this is one of their magnesium products. They have several magnesium products, and they've hooked you guys up. This is really kind of a big deal. There's not a lot of brands that'll give you a 25% discount. Most brands are kind of lame, and they're going to give you 10% or 5%. But my friends at Healthy Origins, where I have been buying a lot of my supplements for probably 2 years now. If you go to healthyorigins.com and you use Kelly Alexa as your discount code, you will get 25% off of your purchase, all of your purchase for a limited time. So today they are the sponsor of the show today. I have been, like I said, I've been buying supplements from them for quite a while, ever since my personal trainer introduced me to them. I started buying my fiber from them, and then I started buying my glutamine from them, and then just a whole bunch of my other supplements, my probiotics, my digestive enzymes, yada, yada, yada. And then we connected about a month and a half or so ago and decided to work on a series educating you guys on supplements, which is something I'm very passionate about, because so many people just don't understand what supplements to take and why. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm actually going to set my timer as well, because you guys know me. I am a talkaholic. If I don't set my timer, I will talk here for 2 hours. Here's the deal with magnesium. Magnesium is literally one of the most underrated, unknown about, that is probably a poor choice of words, underestimated, unknown about, but most important minerals that probably everybody watching this video, everybody who's not watching this video, probably everyone is deficient in magnesium. Everybody should be supplementing with magnesium. Most people are not supplementing with magnesium. And you should be supplementing with magnesium. And it's funny because one of the things I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do, and I will leave this in the comments after this video, is there are two really good books. And I pulled them up before I started this video on my browser. One of them I'm reading actually on my Kindle. It's called The Magnesium Miracle by Carolyn Dean. Really, really good book. And then there's another one, Transdermal Magnesium Therapy. That's a really good book. I don't have that one yet, but I think I started to read that at a friend's house. But if you just go on Amazon, several books. I think also I read The Magnesium Solution for High Blood Pressure. That's a good one. But in all seriousness, you guys, when you start reading about magnesium, it's almost chilling when you realize what magnesium can. And I took a few notes because I'm going to go over this and go over these points with you today. And let me also just give you a quote that I pulled up from Medical News today. Let me just start off by saying this. So this is a quote from oh God, I wanted to make sure I read this quote from the beginning of the article. Magnesium is an important mineral playing a role in over 300 enzyme reactions in the human body. Its many functions include helping with muscle and nerve function, regulating blood pressure, and supporting the immune system. Hold on. That's not the quote that I wanted to read. Oh, it was talking about Alzheimer's. In this article, we look at the functions and benefits of magnesium. Many people in the United States do not get enough magnesium. Benefits, here we go. Magnesium is vital for many bodily functions. Getting enough of this mineral can prevent or treat chronic diseases, including Alzheimer's disease, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and migraines. I mean, like that alone is pretty impactful. And some of the things I'm going to talk about today is, and this is very personal to me, for those of you that have been following for a while, I started taking magnesium because my neurologist told me to up my dose. I was taking it prior to bed to help with sleep. There's my new puppy. Say hi, Bijan. And then my neurologist told me to increase my dose to 500 or 600 milligrams for the prevention of migraines. So it's great for sleep, relaxation. You'll find that magnesium is the primary ingredient in almost any nighttime sleep aid that really helps you relax. I remember when we were working with GNC as a client, and they had a nighttime sleep aid that really, like, all of our Fitfluential ambassadors were like, wow, this really helps me sleep. What was the primary ingredient? Magnesium. Helps blood sugar levels, helps, and again, I have insulin resistance. If you have insulin resistance, this is going to be really, really good for you. This is also why my current doctor, my functional medicine doctor, is having me take magnesium. It's really helpful for insulin resistance, PMS, anxiety, bone health. And again, we heard about that from the quote I just gave you, can be preventative with Alzheimer's. Everybody, the more that you do reading in some of those books, and I strongly recommend, it's fascinating reading. We are, from my understanding in the reading that I've done on magnesium, it used to be that our soil and our vegetables and what we would eat, we would get a lot more magnesium naturally in what we ate, but our soil is deficient, our vegetables are deficient, our fruits and vegetables and what we eat is so deficient that we're not getting magnesium the way we used to hundreds of years ago. Hence why almost all of us are likely deficient in magnesium. It is so beneficial. I can say this, okay, when you guys are watching this video, I don't think I need to say this, but I'm just Kelly Alexa. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a dietitian. I'm just Kelly Alexa, a cool chick here on a video who hangs around with cool people in the diet health, wellness, fitness industry. Okay. I'm just giving you my personal recommendation. Okay. So that's my medical disclosure. This is just my personal recommendation. I'm not prescribing anything for you. I personally think everybody should be taking magnesium based on what I've read. That's my recommendation, and based on the research that I've done. But obviously, I'm also, this is what I do on my channel, is I bring information to you, and I strongly urge you to go do some reading, do some Googling, so that you can make your own informed decision. I don't want you to ever just take my word for it and then go say, okay, well, Kelly or Alexa said to take it, so I'm going to do it. You should never do that. You should always go do your own research and make your own informed decisions. But again, when you consider the health benefits of magnesium alone, there's almost nothing else I can think of that has the myriad benefits, the myriad health benefits that magnesium has. And again, if you just do 5-10 minutes of reading on this, you will find that you're probably going to be coming to the same conclusion. So think about this. Preventative of migraines, help with sleep and relaxation, helps with depression, anxiety, helps with PMS, bone health, prevents, helps with blood sugar levels, and obviously then big picture, diabetes prevention, Alzheimer's, and that's big picture as well. I mean, all of those benefits, why would you not be taking magnesium? Now, you obviously, the one thing that I do want to tell you is that there are different kinds. It's kind of like one of the supplements that I'm taking currently is iron. With just like with many most supplements, you want to be careful when you look into supplements. There's different forms of supplements. There's different, glucosamine is one of them I'm thinking of. With iron, iron is the supplement I was just about to say that I'm taking. There's different forms of iron. I remember specifically when my functional medicine doctor said, make sure you take this kind of iron, because if you take this kind of iron, it can really aggravate your stomach. So with magnesium, you'll see this one. I'm not even going to try to say, it's very bright. I'm not holding it up to the camera the right way. I'm going to see if I can say this. Magnesium biglycinate chelate. I'm pretty sure I butchered part of that. Bisglycinate chelate. I think I'm close though. But there's several different forms of magnesium. Obviously, the people at Healthy Origins can help you with the different forms. But also, again, if you're taking what's the one I just said, glucosamine, there's different forms of glucosamine. There's different forms of iron. You want to always make sure that you're looking at the dosage of pills that you're taking in supplements. For example, melatonin. People don't know when, and they don't do their research. This is why I'm trying to do more series here on Facebook Live and also on the podcast to educate you guys and answer your questions specifically on supplements, because so many people just, they don't know what they don't know about supplements. And back to what I was just saying about melatonin, for example, so many people hear that melatonin is great for sleep, but what they don't know is that less is actually better with melatonin. So people will think that melatonin is like Excedrin PM. And so they go out and they look at melatonin, they say, oh, well, here's 2 milligrams, here's 3 milligrams, here's 5 milligrams, here's 10, I'll buy 10. And then I'll take 4 of those. It doesn't work that way. There's the timer telling Kelly to shut up. No, that's telling me to wrap it up. But it is very important, regardless of whether we're talking about magnesium or melatonin or glucosamine or anything. If we're talking about a fat burner, if we're talking about vitamin D, if we're talking about vitamin B, whatever. I mean, vitamin B, we could just go on and on and on. Whatever it is that you're taking, you want to do the research. You want to look at the dosage. You want to look at, are you supposed to take this twice a day? Are you supposed to take this with meals? Are you supposed to not take it with meals? Too many people go out and buy a supplement, don't read the directions, don't read the dosage, just start popping it, and then either get a reaction because they're taking something on an empty stomach that should be taken with a meal. They're not reading the directions. They're taking too high of a dose, too low of a dose. Let me just say this in closing, and I really, really want you to hear this. Supplements work. I'm saying this slow on purpose and to be dramatic. Supplements work. I have really learned this in my life. There were times I started taking supplements on my fitness journey, and there was a time when I started to get skeptical and doubt and think, I'm spending all this money on all these supplements. Are they really working? And I just got frustrated because I didn't like taking all these pills. But I'm going to give you a tip too in closing, and you're going to thank me for it in a second because I'm going to give it to you right before we close. We're almost done about taking pills. I didn't like taking all these pills because I was taking like 20 pills in the morning and 20 pills at lunchtime. And so I'm like, and I stopped taking all the supplements. Well, guess what? You know how I learned that supplements work? Because I stopped taking all these supplements and all of these symptoms came back that the supplements were helping me with. The headaches came back, the bloating came back, my elimination suddenly wasn't working the way it was. My digestion suddenly wasn't working the way it used to be. So all of the things that these supplements were helping me with, it suddenly, all of those things got worse. And that's when I realized, when I started, I'm like, okay, maybe these things are working. And I started to take them religiously again. I started taking the probiotics and the digestive enzymes and the vitamin, the daily multivitamin and did I say the probiotics? I mean, I did a whole video on YouTube about all the supplements I take every day and why. I'm happy to link to it. I'll do that actually, because that is one of the top questions that I get are, Kelly, what are the supplements that you take? Why do you take them? Not necessarily that you guys watching this video should take what I'm taking. The reason that I take supplements are because I've researched them, but also because my doctor has prescribed them for me. So that's what you should be doing as well. But you know, I've gotten to the point where I've realized supplements are not snake oil. They absolutely work. They work over time. They work on an accumulated basis. So it's like when you get prescribed penicillin or you get prescribed an antibiotic. You can't get prescribed an antibiotic that you're supposed to take for 14 days and take it for 2 days and think it's going to work and stop taking it. You don't go buy a gym membership and go 2 times and go, oh, this isn't working, and just stop. It doesn't work that way. These things work over time and they work on a cumulative basis. So if you keep taking them over time with consistency, you will see results. They also don't work just by themselves, like Puff the Magic Dragon. It just doesn't work that way. You don't just take a pill and you're suddenly going to lose 20 pounds and look 20 years younger. It doesn't work that way. You also have to get better sleep. You also have to improve your diet. You also have to, do these other things. So everything works in concert together. Lastly, I told you I would give you a tip about taking pills, because if you're someone like me who does not like to take a lot of pills, if maybe you feel like pills get stuck in your throat and they kind of make you gag, or you just feel like they take forever to go down the throat canal, I learned a trick, and I hope this is helpful to you because somebody taught it to me on Instagram and it works. When you're taking pills, you put it in your mouth, and then you take the glass. This might sound really silly, but it works, you guys. Put the pills, 2 or 3 pills in your mouth, take the glass, tip your I can't talk. Tip your throat back, right? Swallow, and then do this weird thing. Go like this. Move your head over to one side. After you swallow the pills, you go like this. More pills in your mouth, water, swallow, over to your side. No idea why, but it works. I'm just telling you guys, I used to have such a problem taking pills. I would take pills, and if I bent down on the kitchen floor to pick something up, it's like the pills would like rise up in my throat. I don't know what the deal is. If you can relate, try that little trick I just told you. All you do is do this. I learned it on Instagram. It's so weird. It works. You're welcome. Lastly, just a reminder, our friends at Healthy Origins, go to healthyorigins.com. Everything they have, all the supplements you can possibly imagine, high quality people. Use Kelly Alexa as your discount code and you will get 25% off. You're welcome. Let me know what questions you have about magnesium. I'm going to make sure that I link up to that video I told you about that I shot on YouTube with what supplements I take. I'm going to link up to these books on magnesium. You guys all should be ordering magnesium and starting to take it immediately. I have been taking magnesium for years. I take it every night before bed. Steve, my husband, takes it every night before bed. Everybody should be taking magnesium. I'm not a doctor, but that is what I believe. You're welcome. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I will see you here tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in. And I'm so glad that my dog didn't do anything obnoxious today. Thanks, guys. See you here tomorrow.